This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 515, 5 Simple Steps to Get More Clients Than You Can Handle, Part 2, by Matty McLain with SideHustleNation.com. And I am Dan. I am your host and your narrator here on the podcast, and I'm with you every single day of the week, including weekends and holidays, reading to you from some of the very best blogs on entrepreneurship. And today we're going to continue what we started yesterday. So if you haven't heard part 1 of this post from Side Hustle Nation yet, you probably want to check that out. That's episode 514 from Saturday. But if you are all caught up, let's hear part 2 right now as we optimize your life. 5 Simple Steps to Get More Clients Than You Can Handle, Part 2, by Matty McLain with SideHustleNation.com. The Ask. Would you be comfortable spending just a few minutes with me on the phone now if I stick to this timetable? This establishes a timeline, letting the prospect know that you're taking accountability for the length of the call, that you respect the person's time, and won't keep him or her on the phone. Once you have gotten permission to continue, you now have a prospective customer engaged in a conversation with you, and you can then determine whether there's a good fit. Step 3. Set a weekly goal and share it. Quote, "You can't manage what you don't measure." End quote. Build a tracking sheet on Google Drive so you can share it with your accountability partner or partners, your coach, or your mastermind group. You want to know how many calls it takes to get an appointment and how many appointments it takes to make a sale. That way, 6 months from now, you can just do the math. Something like this. Calls required to get a solid lead, 11. Solid lead follow-ups to get an appointment, 5. Appointments required to land a client, 3. Average new client value per year, $9,800. So say you want to increase your income by $30,000 next year, you just work backwards. If every client is worth an average of $9,800 per year, you need 3 new clients to hit your goal. $9,800 per client times 3 equals $29,400. Since you close 1 client from every 3 appointments, that means you'll need 9 appointments. 1 in 5 leads turns into an appointment, so that's 45 leads. And how many calls will it take to generate those 45 leads? A grand total of 495 calls. I can tell you it takes about an hour to make 20 cold calls. If you time block and make 20 calls every morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., or on your lunch break, or 5 to 6 a.m., or 9 to 10 p.m. via email, you would complete the 495 calls in 5 weeks. So, if the example previously mentioned fits you, you just scored $30,000 worth of new business in 5 weeks, investing just an hour a day. Step 4. Create a huge leads list. There are 7 billion people on this planet, and only a handful of them are your clients. Your mission is to get more of those 7 billion to be your clients. A leads list consists of contact information about people or companies that should be your clients. You have 2 options for putting this list together. Option 1. You build the list yourself. Start by identifying characteristics of your best clients. What industry are they in? How large are they? Do they need to be geographically close to you? And what problem do you solve for them? Once you zero in on that client profile, you can start looking for leads that fit the description. Find them in online directories or trade associations they belong to. Also, don't forget to ask your current clients if they have referrals that you can add to your list. Script to ask for referrals. Quote, "Hey Stacy, I've enjoyed doing this work for you guys. I'm looking to grow my business over the next few months, and I wanted to ask, do you know of another small law firm like yours who could use my services?" End quote. And as you find those leads, start building them into your spreadsheet. For example, let's say I built custom websites for small transportation companies. This list should never run out of names. Option 2, pay someone else to build the list for you. There are many companies that specialize in this. You give them the specifics on who your target customer is, and they produce a large list of leads for you. Price ranges and details vary widely. Sales Genie, Lead Genius, and Lead Fuse are a few that I know of. Pricing ranges from $69 a month to $2,900 a month, or you can pay per lead. Step 5, go for it. You have to time block your schedule every day to do this. In my experience, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the best time of day to block this out. Remember that your business is what it is today because of the actions you were taking 90 days ago. What do you want your business to look like in 90 days? You will get better, I promise. And then it gets easier, even fun. Because after 6 months or so, it's a numbers game. By using your tracking doc, you will know your stats for how many calls and appointments it takes to land a new client. At that point, you start to have more control over your income. And then you can work to improve each stage of your selling. You can start tweaking those stages with questions. How can that first phone call or email improve to get more response? How can your follow-up calls be sharper and more impressive? And how can your sales presentation and proposal get better to close more business? This is the skill set that most of us were never taught. I promise if you put some time into this, it will return to you many times over. If you master this process, you can write your own ticket. You can live anywhere you want and create so much more freedom in your life. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled 5 Simple Steps to Get More Clients Than You Can Handle by Matty McLain with SideHustleNation.com. Now, you're ready to take your business to the next level, but you'll need the right team to make that happen. Indeed makes it easy to hire and build a team with the right skills to make your dreams a reality. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites hoping to find candidates with the right skills, you need one powerful hiring partner that can help you do it all. And Indeed is the only job site where you're guaranteed to find quality applications that meet your must-have requirements, or else you don't pay. I love that Indeed makes hiring all in one place so easy. With Instant Match, over 90% of employers get quality candidates as soon as they sponsor their job post, according to Indeed data. Start hiring right now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/startup. Offer valid through March 31st. Go to Indeed.com/startup to claim your $75 credit before March 31st. Again, Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. And I shared a little bit about Matty with you in yesterday's episode, so let me tell you more now about Nick Loper, who created Side Hustle Nation. He used to work full-time for a giant corporation, but built his business during nights and weekends. He's also the host of the podcast The Side Hustle Show, which is for part-time entrepreneurs looking for actionable tips to start or improve their businesses, and you can find that wherever you get your podcasts. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you have had a terrific weekend, and I thank you so much for being here with me every day. That is, of course, how we can keep this show going. So have a great rest of your day, and I will be back with you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.